fitted the screen for the camera, which is on the ignition, so as soon as you turn the ignition on, the camera comes on. So obviously, as I said, there's no lines or distances or beeps or anything, it's just purely a visual aid at the back there, for more like a rear view mirror. All of the seats, all 4 seats have had all the wire looms fitted underneath that you've seen. These are all connected now and they go into the ignition switch as well. That's the heated seats button there, 1 or 2 or off. The control panel is working, the Eberspacher is the top left control up there, and everything works fine, it all goes well. We did fit it originally, the Eberspacher, and it was a bit noisy, so I got a £58 off eBay kit that had a silencer, non-Eberspacher, but a silencer, a meter of exhaust, a couple of cable clamps and a couple of brackets. It's working great, a lot quieter. It's all really good. And that's pretty much the back done, the Eber done. All the wiring's been tidied up inside. We've stripped out the fan that was inside. It was a 24 volt fan. It was really noisy and really overkill. I mean, you're in here with your face getting blown and the noise was horrendous. So we took that away. I've taken the CB away. I may reuse the CB, we'll see how it goes. If not, in the Land Rover I've got a CB, a TTI I think it is, and it's got a speaker in the front grille that fits in a din, so I may fit it in here. The only problem I've got with the lorry is trying to, maybe some lorry drivers can tell me, find where to put the mic. I don't want it hanging about, so I don't know. That'll get rethought. It's not a big thing, it's only a little 12 volt supply. There's 12 volt supplies up there anyway. As we've already discussed, this is the freshwater tank that's going to remain inside so it doesn't get frozen. It's a 380 litre tech tank. It just purchased offline, it's not specially made or anything, it just fitted in here nicely. It has a drain that comes off the bottom, and then it has that's the outlet that's going to run from there through this aluminium support and round and into the utility locker. And in the utility locker there's going to be the pump and the Truma hot water system, and there's going to be the water filtration system. So excitingly, I ordered this 5 days ago, and it's from Guzzle H2O. I went for this system. There's 2 or 3 systems and you can make them up yourself, but I like the idea of a robust UV, and that was the thing that drew me to this most. I first saw this on Live and Give on YouTube. They had the Stream Edition and they had a small version of this, the Stealth I think it's called, and that was installed in their truck to 1 tap. I didn't want to go down that route because of the shower and things like that, and I wanted to be in the position, if you are in the shower with the children, they've got their mouths open and things, I wanted all water in this pod to be of a potable quality. So I went for the Stealth times 210, I think they call it. So that was delivered today by UPS. The unit itself was about, off the top of my head, $744, which equated in UK to £540 or something. I also had to pay a further £119.50 in cash only, by the way, to the UPS man. He doesn't take cards, but he would take a cheque, which don't have a chequebook anymore. And that's something else to be very aware of when you're obviously ordering something from America or wherever out with UK now, that you're going to have to, you have to pay a certain amount of import duty, but it's quite a lot. So this is a unit. I'm not big on unboxings, but seeing how it's just arrived, I'm really quite interested in seeing it, to be honest, because this is the last thing utilities covered, so everything else is in roughly where I want it. So I'll put this in and it'll probably throw all my plans. But okay, so that's the box opened up. A bit unlucky with this one, unfortunately. It all looked decent enough packed. Everything was sort of wrapped around it. The box hasn't been damaged, but for some unknown reason, just our luck, you can see that the inlet pipe here, this fitting, which is the majority there, it's a little push fit kind of fitting. It's been snapped off, and that's obviously the inlet. So I'll have to get back in touch with the company and see if they can send this part here. This will just be something that I'll screw out, put a little bit tape on, put it back in again. So slightly disappointing, but I'm not using it tomorrow, so no great deal, I don't think. We'll let you know how we got on with that. In the pack you have your water filtration system, which is the 2 filters. These unscrew and you can change the filters inside them. And then this is the bit that I said earlier. This is the UV, and it's reportedly quite a stable UV. So this is really what destroys all the bacteria, and which is very interesting to me. Also in the pack you have a very lightweight aluminium bracket, so that will bolt on the wall inside the utility area and come right through and bolt in the back. We have a power cable to operate the unit, and we've got 2 or 3 different sized hose connectors, you can see them there. So they will obviously push into this broken fitting here, and that will allow different size, whatever size plumbing work pipe you're using. It comes with a decent variety, so you won't be held up there. And some screws it comes with to attach it all, and a couple of Jubilee clips even to attach your plumbing work to. So that all looks okay, as I say, apart from the little broken bit. So what we're going to do now is a bit more exciting. We're going to go and set this up roughly where we want it in the utility area, get it all marked up where we want things to go, and then we're going to start cutting holes and getting things fitted. This is the SureFlow pump. You can see its little filter here. The water from the 380 litre tank I was sitting on will come directly into here, into this filter, into the pump, into the pressure vessel to stop it water hammers and thrusting, and then from there it will go directly into the Guzzle H2O, out the UV, and then it's going to distribute. So it will come back from there to the kitchen sink. We have what's marked on the wall here, I don't know if you can see that very well. The outside shower is going to get cut into that bit there, so we can pull that out this hatch I'm hanging through. It'll come back into here for the hot water. It'll get fed in through the guzzle, come into the hot water, back out to the as hot water, then through to the toilet, the shower. So everything's going to distribute from the guzzle, as I wanted the whole truck to be of a potable quality. So as I said, now this is roughly where they're all going to go. I'm going to mark it up. I'm going to cut the inside, because we have that 2 drawers to make underneath, which is the exact back wall of this utility. So what I'm going to do is go in the inside, cut that now, and then we'll know exactly the room we've got to play with. What I'm doing, that line there, that square, is 600. I'm going to put 3 drawers in here for extra storage going under in the storage area. So we've got the 2 hatches will come from this side, and these will pull out this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this tape round it, so when I jigsaw it, it protects it, this surface, because this will be a finished surface, this will go away. And what I've done already is to get a mark, as I've bored a hole here, And what I'm going to do just shortly is put my jigsaw in here and go up it and make sure it's not chipping and splintering and making a mess on the blade, because I think I've got the right blade, but it's hard to tell. And if it's looking okay and cutting nice and clean, I'll just carry on and take this out. Okay, so that's a clean enough cut. Time to change the blade. Hello, underbed thing. So, next part of the underneath utility area. As you can see there, I've just cut an access hatch at the moment. I've just roughly cut a hole. There's going to be drawers going in there, as I said, so that lets me get in and about it. And roughly within what, 50 mil either side, lets me know where the hole is when I'm inside. So the next thing that's going in is the outdoor shower. This is basically it's a boat shower that would go on the back of the boat someplace. When you come out of the sea, you pull the hose out and then give yourself a rinse down. Pretty much exactly the same as what we're going to do is for the kids and us when we're in the sea and we're out of the boat and we come back in, we can wash ourselves off and sand out playing before we come inside. So I've got to fit that in a position first inside the little utility area. You cut a hole like that. So the one thing I did learn that was quite interesting is marking off and jigsawing 3 different blades to create that rough cut through. Jigsaw's not the way. Jigsaw for me is not the way to cut this product, this fiberglass insulated product. And this here is what the entire box is made of. This is the internal walls only, that thickness. The walls are 60 and the floor and the roof are 80. So it's a lot harder than I expected. So anyway, I've got one of those, I'm not sure what to call it, I'll find out, one of those little nibbler ones that have got little square teeth you can go straight in. With this square here, I'm going to try that and see if it's any easier and better, because to fit this in, this is going to be a finish cut. It's not like that hole there. I've got a lot of room to play with. This needs to go in properly. So what I'm going to do now is take the template here, cut around this line here on this template, and then that'll let me tape this on in the utility room, mark the holes and this, and then I'm going to give a trial, as I say, cutting this. If it works, it's nice and neat, I'll then attempt to cut this, or I will cut this, and we will fit the shower. And that's number one thing to get fitted in position, finished. So let's go on with that. This is what it's a whale unit, the whale exterior shower unit looks like. Your hose attaches, it's not on just now obviously because I have to come off, but your hose attaches into here. And you have your hot and your cold fittings come from your plumbing system into here. That goes onto here, so you've got to make sure that you've got enough room, because that mounts on your wall. And on an expedition vehicle, it's obviously going to be on the inside wall, so, or the outside wall, but you've got to make sure that you've got to, this just slides back in here, so you've got to have an area. So where mine's getting fitted next to the fridge, we've got an area that this can come into, and we're going to cut vents in there and things like that for the utilities, for the Truma, for both Truma units. So I've got plenty of room, we've got enough room at the back for this. So that will sit inside the hatch, looking like that, and it opens up, it's got a key and it opens up like that. This comes off prior mounting, but once this is screwed to the wall, obviously these get trapped in the back like that, and once it's screwed on, this can't come off. And that is what it looks like inside. You've obviously got your hot and your cold and your shower that you pull out and pull outside. Now it might sound funny, but I went for this one that had the lock-in door. Even though it's going to be inside the utility room, I wanted this lock-in because it seems like a great thing for kids to play with, and we've got a lot of electrical components as well inside that unit, and the last thing I want is this getting touched or meddled about with, and then basically damage getting caused because of water inside. So that's the unit. We're going to try and cut the hole. We've got our template. Let's do it. So after trying to cut this with the jigsaw, realising that was a bit too awkward, I'm going to try one of these. This is an older blade. I've got a new blade. I'm going to try this older blade first, see how it goes, and if not very good, I'll try the newer blade and then rethink, because it's a lot harder than I thought. So we'll give this stuff a go. Okay, so that's not easy either. I'm making a meal of it. I'm going to have to, I've got 3 cuts from 1 cut. So I'm going to have give this a practice. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong here. 1 second, I'll put it down here and see if I can go in sideways. still convinced either. I wonder if you just got a handsaw. We'll try the new blade. Okay, so I've got a new blade to try this now. This one's a bit more aggressive. So we'll give that a go, see how we got on. Try and follow this line. She's the one, we're giving it a go. That's our template on, so I've drawn a little pen line. Pen, as in biro pen, seems to be an awful lot better to get a mark on than pencil, strangely enough, on this stuff. Anyway, I've kept, that's where we're going to cut, so I've kept away from the side 4 inches because it's got an internal support, so I don't want to touch the internal support, so it's kind of pushed everything this way a little bit again, but not so much that I think it's going to be an issue. Anyway, it has to go there, so we'll start off by fitting this here, and then I'm going to work my way around the utility room bit by bit, finding where everything's going to go. So I'm going to start that now anyway because the wind's swirling this way and this white crap is blowing in my face. So I'm having to hold my breath because I don't think that's going to be very good for me. And bizarrely enough, in these times, I don't have a mask on. Now, when it's actually dangerous, don't wear a mask. Every other time, wear a mask. Go to the toilet, wear a mask. Go shopping, wear a mask. Do something dangerous, don't wear a mask. Let's just stick that hose in there. And that goes in there. Like that. So we just have to, that's him in place there. Nice and tight. So obviously I'm going to put some Sikaflex around him and then we're going to screw him in place nice and tight, and he will look like that until such times as take him out, pull out shower, job done. So that area obviously can't be covered with anything else that I'm doing in the utility room. So that's what it's going to look like inside the pod. So that hose there is going to connect to there, and then we'll have 2 quite sharp bends coming back over, because we've only got this much in this area here, this line on the floor here. This is our fridge, it comes in tomorrow, so I'll actually put this into position. So we'll have to keep everything as tight as we possibly can. And this area here, I want to try and keep, that's where the Guzzle H20 is, but I still need to make a couple of vents in here right through, as is the heater. Ducting is going to be here, and I'm going to have to bore another vent here, because, and the same on this side, there's going to be an air conditioning one and another vent, because these units all in here all need to draw air from this cabin space under the bedding area to blow it back out again. I do need quite a lot of vents cut into this area as well. I may actually have to do a big square one here. It really all depends on, I think it's 150 centimetres by 150 centimetres that I need to have, or equivalent to that, for the air conditioning unit. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is for the D6E, but I'm only really going to allow for one, because the air conditioning unit's not going to be on when the heating unit's on, and vice versa. So I'll work that out. Whatever's the maximum one, that's the amount of air we'll allow back underneath.